Okay, everybody, so I am back with another first impressions. This is going to be over the brand Mochi Gel. Let me make sure. Yes, Mochi Gel. And this is another indie brand that I have come across most recently, I think in the past 4 or 5 months. And yeah, so excuse me. If I sound raspy and stuff, I am trying to get over a cold, but I needed to get this out the way because I literally have been having this stuff for like almost a month and a half or what have you. So anyway, I have my packages. So we have this one, and then this one. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all opened and then we'll get started. So as you saw, the package does come in these bubble wrap envelopes.
Okay, everybody, so before I get too far into the video, I just wanted to put it out there that I know I mentioned a couple of times about how I don't like to edit. However, I did discover that the program I use on my computer is available as an app on my phone, so I then decided to do a little bit of minor editing. I hope that you enjoy. One more thing, I am fully aware that I maxed out my right and exhausted any more times to use the phrase, as I was saying, as I mentioned before, in any of those other related things. I do know more words, I promise.
Room, so that may have been in there neatly at one point in time, but not now. Okay, and so, oh yeah, so like, that's horrible. They started off like this inside of there, but that's how much that one got tossed around in my room, that it doesn't look like that. So that's one of these smaller envelopes. And then this one is the other one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out. And what I'll do is I will pause and then I will go ahead and remove them from the plastic wrap because that's loud. So just one moment. Okay, so before I finish up, I did go ahead and get them all out, but I'm not quite certain if I actually pointed out that they all did come individually wrapped. And I have them in two different sizes. 60 grams and then 30 grams, or 2.4 fluid ounces and 1.0 fluid ounces. So these are the last two that I have, and I had to turn around and get my scissors because the very first package that I opened, and when I got off camera, I sliced my nail, like I sliced into my nail. And also, in case you guys are wondering, I did do this set myself. I am not a professional, as I said before, but I think that each set gets better and better. This is a combination of using polygel and gel polish to achieve the look. I used polygel by McCart. I did use V Beauty Pure, which I said I would try to use in the video that I did of first impressions and unboxing of their product, which they refer to as Acrygel, I believe. And this is actually what the Mochi, sorry, I dropped paper. The Mochi Gel also refers to theirs as. So anyway, that is the last of that. I'm just going to put those scissors to the side. Okay, so as I said, I picked up quite a few of the colors. I think that out of all the products that she has, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I don't have, including or excluding the top and base coat. So if you add that out of her entire inventory, then I am missing 9 of the items. So as I said, this is how long I have been prepping to record this, but I gotten sick multiple times in the time frame. I had already even pre-labeled my swatch sticks, and I have them sorted out by the finishes of them. So I'm going to go ahead and get them sorted out on my table, and then we'll come back again. Okay, you guys, so I am back. All right, so as I said, I have all of her products, or products except for 9, 7 of them being polygel. So in total, I believe she has 34 polygel, and I have 27 of them, or excuse me, Acrygel. I tried, as I said before, use the name that the company has labeled them, but I'm so accustomed to saying polygel that'll be probably, I'll continue messing up and saying that. Just gonna bring my camera. There we go. It's a little odd, but I had to get stuff situated and organized. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. As I mentioned before, I have some 60-gram tubes as well as 30-gram tubes. Of the 27 that I have, 7 of them are 60-gram tubes. The rest are 30 grams. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the nude colors, because that way I don't risk getting color in them when I swatch them. So let me just find which is which on this swatch stick. Okay, I think it's these. This onto that. Yeah, okay. Alright, so I came across and how I learned about polygel nail was from Nail by Vic, when she first got them, if I'm not mistaken, and she did the Lisa Frank inspired nail design. Like, hands down, she's so talented, but that's like one of my favorite sets that she's done, that I have watched that video multiple times. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the swatching, and please bear with me because there will be instances where it's going to take me a minute to get into it, because again, just like the other ones, these are sealed with the foil cap, but unlike in my previous videos, I have on nails, so it's not going to be as easy to get them off, and I really wanted to be a first impression, so I didn't open them in advance. So that is what it is, and I do apologize. So the first color we have is Posh, and this, as I said, is a part of what's labeled on the website as the skin bundle. I believe these were her original nudes that came out. I think one will be separate from it, possibly. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 5. Okay, I have six polygels in my hand. What's this? Oh no, one is missing. I knew it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have. No! I think I'm missing Georgia Peach. That sucks. Okay, so just one moment, because I'm going to have to get a swatch stick, because, as I said before, I had did these a long time ago, so they just been sitting here waiting for me. Oh, I found it. Yay! Okay. All right, so it wasn't a part of her what is sold on the website as a skin bundle, so that's why I didn't have it with that, but it's neutral. So not neutral, it's a nude, so that's why I put it with these. Okay, catastrophe averted. Anyway, so we're going to go into the color Posh. It looks like this, and I like to go ahead and just slightly dampen the what do you call this, the swatch stick. Put like a slip layer, if you will, on there, and then I am just making these for swatch purposes, so I'm not going to waste by putting a bunch of product on there. So that's enough. All right, so let's get to swatching. Ooh, I like this. Okay, So the consistency of this is definitely a thicker consistency. It's not a runny one is what I mean. And then also what I really like is, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but just like the VB, I'm gonna call it VBP because I get tongue tied trying to say it. But you can see the acrylic particles in there. I guess, yes, that's what it would technically be. Anyway, this is the color Posh, and it is a nude pink. Like that. And yeah, I'm just going to put this inside of the lamp. I know it's not going on somebody's hand or anything like that, but it does. I am particular about things being neat. All right, so I'm putting it in there, and then I'm going to put this to the side. We'll go in next with the color Rouge. I really hope I can get this done quickly because I don't want it to run forever, but it's going to be a good video, a long video, because as I said, I don't really edit. I don't edit because otherwise the video will never get up. This is the color Rouge. So with that being said, grab yourself some popcorn or a snack of your choice and just get to watching. This is the color Rouge. And again, you can see the acrylic particles in there, the texture. It's textured, in other words. It doesn't look super smooth, and that's okay. As I said before in my previous videos, I actually prefer a more thicker consistency in my polygel. I don't like a thin, and I definitely don't like it runny and sticky. Sticky polygel has to be almost one of the worst. As I said, mentioned before, I won't use my Model 1 polygel, the clear one, even though to me it's the clearest one that I have. I won't use it because I don't like how sticky it is. All right, so this is in the color Rouge. Put that in there. Next up, we'll go with the color Bear. And those colors, these are all like, none of them are at this point just drastically different from the other, but everybody has a nude that matches them better. And I know for myself, when I am getting acrylic, I prefer a more as a nude that has brown undertones, if you will, or even peachy, but I don't really care for a super pink because I don't feel like it matches me naturally, I guess. And when I'm trying to go for that, that's the point of it. So this is the color Bear. And when I tell you guys, it's not coming out of here easy. I'm having to put some force behind this, but that's okay. As we know, these products right here are also dependent on the atmosphere of the room that you keep them stored in. And the room that I have my stuff in is not a climate controlled room. What is going on outside is kind of what it is on the inside to an extent. And right now it's a bit cool outside. So that would explain why it is a little more stiffer than it might naturally be. But I can tell in general, it's not so different that when in a warmer temperature that this would just be super loose. It's just a little bit harder for me to get it out the tube. So this is the color Bear. That's pretty. That would look good for me as a nude. Next up, we're going to go with French Kiss. Looks like that. When I went on pause to get these organized and everything like that, a train actually came by as I was like, it's a good thing I went and paused it. All right, French Kiss. My nail set currently is my last nail set for the fall season. Fall is my favorite time of year, and I really wanted this year to actually do a fall set using some of the gel, the glitters that I have. So this glitter right here, really focus. It actually has like leaves in there, maple leaves, and different colors of fall. Okay. This is again the color French Kiss, and it's a nice like powdery pink. It's a little bit actually more translucent than the previous colors, so that's nice. They do the colors that I don't have. There is one I think is a glitter that I don't have, and then the other is the second set of nudes that she released. But I think that this set of nudes is more complementary to medium to deeper complexions, and then the other one is more for medium to light. But again, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't wear. If you care for it and you like it, then rock on with it. This is the color Sultry. And if you're wondering, the brush I'm using is a dual-ended brush by Acrygel Beauty. It looks like this on one end and then like that on the other end. I think this is actually like an acrylic brush from them or something like that, but it would just be a cleanup brush for me. Okay, and I gotta squeeze like this so I can get it out faster. All right, Sultry. This one, ooh that's it right there. I like that a lot. That's super cute. That's gonna go really nice. This is like a nice like blushy rose color, like with deep.
Okay, everybody, so I know this whole section just completely contradicts what I said about liking a more brown-based nude. However, this color was just beautiful. So with that being said, I guess there is a pink nude for everybody, and Sultry is that girl for me.
I had great plans for it. I was going to bling it out and everything like that, but I really want to get better at shaping, and so I just decided not to. Like, I know there's inconsistencies and everything in this set, but I would say this has to be one of my better sets as it relates to the square nail. That's the one. Like the stiletto, that one was very easy, and someone said that before in a video I came across, that the stilettos and like almond shape, those are easier to shape, and it's very easy for you to lose the shape of the square and coffin. But this is the best set I've done so far, but in practice makes perfect. This is the last shade for the nudes, called Georgia Peach. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, that's a nice peach. That is a peach for real. This one, that is a true peach right there. And this lighting isn't doing it any justice, really. Like, it's has more depth to it than it's coming across. That's pretty. This is nice. I'm excited about that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get these cured for 60 seconds. Okay, so while that is curing, I'm going to go ahead and get on with the next sets. We will make the next set the colored nails. The colors is what I'm referring to them as. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the colors. And I think that's all of the ones that are, as I'm classifying as colored. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So 9 of those, and then the other ones are now finished. So here you have them all together. We have Sultry. From left to right is Sultry, Bear, French Kiss, Rouge, Posh, and Georgia Peach. So that is all of the colors for the nudes, and I'm just going to sit those to the side, and once I'm done recording and everything, then I'll swipe them with alcohol to remove that sticky inhibition layer. Let us go in first with our colors now, the colored ones. I'm going to go with the Pink Friday. So what you see is how they come and how they're offered. So I couldn't get this in a 30 gram.
So essentially what I'm saying is what you see is what you get. The colors I showed in 60-gram tubes are the only ones that's like that, just as the ones that's shown in 30-gram tubes are the only colors like that. However, during the editing process, the company did release 4 of the nude colors in 200 milliliter tubs. So you now have 3 options.
That's exact. If you guys are makeup people, then you know the good old chokehold that the color Candy Yum Yum had by MAC. From the lipstick, I think even now there's a perfume, but that Candy Yum Yum, yes, that's what this reminds me of actually. That's pretty. I really like that. Okay. All right. Let's keep it pushing. I'm just going to get this swatch down as fast as I can. And I'm probably going to have to break down the curing of these in 2 because this is 5. Or excuse me, 9. So I'll probably do 5 or 6 in 1 and then do that. So this one is a little translucent. It still can be built up and stuff, but it's a little translucent, but not super clear. Okay, then we'll go in. I'm trying to find them in the lightest to darkest colors so that if there's any transfer of color, they don't get mixed up too bad. So this next color is called Pistachio, and this is in a 30-gram tube. Why, when I've been doing just fine this whole time, am I now struggling to get this one off? Okay, Pistachio. And I really like how these are kind of gives you an indication of what's going on in the tube itself. Okay, Pistachio. Okay. This is a green color. I can't wait to do a set with this one actually, because I don't have anything in my collection like this color. So that's pretty. All right, Pistachio. I certainly hope I was not too blurry, because I'm looking I'm looking at my hands doing the work and I'm not looking at the camera. Okay, let us go in with the shade Caicos. This is what Caicos looks like on the packaging. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get that on there. That's like a nice Caicos. Okay, it's like the waters of that area. You know how the nice turquoise aquamarine, if you will. It's definitely pulling more blue on camera. What was that? Man, yeah. What the deuce? Oh, yeah, okay. You guys know how we are. Baby, this video was about to get cut short real quick. Real quick. As I was saying before, so rudely interrupted by myself, mind you. What it was simply was is that my 2 of my instruments was clacking against each other when I kept putting my hand down to do this. Okay. So this is Keiko's, and this one is definitely a more jelly consistency. What you see is what you get with this, except that it's definitely not as blue as it's pulling on camera. It's definitely more aquamarine in color. Super pretty. We will go next with the color Lagoon. The names are very appropriate for the colors. Oh, man. If I would have known this, I definitely would have did the 30. Just went ahead and opened them, because this ain't about to be easy at all getting in here. And I have to be... As I was about to say, I have to be very careful because of how sharp these tweezers in particular are. Alright, I'm done. It is what it is. Oh, thank you for that sound effect. Ah, that really hurt. Okay, that's the color Lagoon, or the tube. Okay, just gonna get that swatched. It's pretty. And now, because it's stuck and didn't come out all the way properly off the thing, I got like this grid line running through it. Anywho, it's not that serious, Ashley. Pick your battles. Calm down. This is a nice, I'm gonna go with like periwinkle, a dusky periwinkle color. It's pretty though. It's water-based, definitely a color of somebody's water. Some island's water. That's pretty. Alright, Lagoon. Away you go. Oh, when I tell you, that really did hurt. Yeah, I should probably dab some alcohol on that. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with the color Agave. And y'all pray that this works better. Now I got to use my teeth. Yeah. Alright. Kids, don't do that at home. Agave. Ooh. Okay, excuse you. Oh, look at this. And I'm about to leave it just like this because I don't have time for it. This is the color Agave, and it is a nice deep blue. These are all very pretty. Like, actually, to do this as a set would be a good nail set. And again, this is just for swatch purposes, so it don't have to be perfect inside of there. Okay, I still have more space in my lamp, so I'm going to keep going. We'll go in with this shade Ruby Woo. Speaking of MAC again, Ruby Woo is that girl. It's the red lipstick. It's a great red lipstick by MAC. Why? I don't know what I can do. You know what? All right. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to go ahead and uncap all the other ones. All right, you guys, let's finish up. Or resumes, shall I say. I had to pull out pliers to get them off of there because I was going to mess up my good tweezers and still struggle and not be successful in getting them off, and I just don't have it in me. So we were on to Ruby Woo. Let us continue. Ruby Woo is a red. That's pretty. I like that. I'm always on the hunt to, again, find colors that I don't have in my collection. And there's always different variations and nuances and stuff. So even though you may think you have it, you don't have it the exact same color. And yes, is it that serious? It's not that serious. If you don't have it, you can make do. But It's always nice when you have options. That's pretty. Ew. That's a nice color. And again, with the consistency of these, I haven't spoke too much on it. But they have a nice, easily manipulate and move around. They are a great consistency, and they are textured, and they look very good. This is the color Vida, and by this it kind of reminds me like grapey color, but it's, yeah, that's pretty. And I definitely don't have a lot of purples, as I may have mentioned before. Purple is not my favorite color, so I don't own too many purple polygels, so I definitely needed more, and she delivered. So this company, Mochi Gel, is a small business indie brand, and they're actually located in Texas and not very far from where I live, out here in this area. So I thought that was pretty cool. This color right here is called Maleficent, and it's a deeper purple, like true grape purple. The tube on that one reminded me of grape color, but this one is that's a nice purple. Ooh, that's real cute. I don't mind it on my nails so much. But anyway, so this is the color Maleficent. Guess it might help to do that. Okay. And then our final color is going to be the color Coraline. And if you know anything about the movie Coraline, then that's a lot like what this color may have been, or appears to be, inspired by. It's a blue. It's like blue purple. It's definitely not just blue. Blue is nowhere near appropriate enough of the color. Like, it's looking like it's pure blue right here, but it's not. It actually looks different in person. It's not as royal blue as it's pulling on here. It's very pretty though. When I'm doing my nails, I use multiple polygels, and that is because I have so many of them that if I was to always be using one, then I would never get through them like I want to. Stop. It got stuck in the lamp. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cure those for 60 seconds. So I'm going to do the glow in the dark ones next. Alright, so we have 6, is it? I think there are 6 glitters. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the other ones out the lamp. They're done. There. Nope. There. Okay. So we have Lagoon, Keiko's, Pistachio, Pink Friday. Same as the other ones. I'm just going to put them to the side, and then I'll swipe them down after I'm done with the video. Then we have, look at this, got stuck on there, Maleficent, Vidya, Ruby Woo. And then the last 2 are Coraline and Agave. These are pretty. Okay, so we are next going to move into our glitters. Not glitters, our glow in the darks. I love these. I love glow in the dark polygels. I love glow in the dark glitter, acrylic. I used to get sets like that all the time. And yes, so this is the color Starfire. And I'm going to take the safe guess as by indicated on the bottle, that this starts off green and glows in the dark to yellow. Okay, what's the aesthetic? But Nothing excited me more in the summertime when I would go outside and take my dog for a walk or go on my break and go outside and then expose my hands to the light and then come back in. Okay, so here's the thing. It's a bit like I really can't tell, right? Like right here, it looks yellow, right? And then right here, it actually looks green, but it's not dark for it to be glowing yet. Anyway, let's get okay. We'll see what everything truly looks like. So maybe highlighter yellow or highlighter green to yellow. I really love glow in the dark. All right. Or color changing. I have those as well. Static. Next up is going to be Starfire. And see, I was good at getting them open without having to look in them. We have Starfire. Oh, that's a pretty pink. So maybe this is interesting. I'm guessing it might actually be in reverse, that it's glow in the dark. So maybe that's the reason why they show you what it glows in the dark first, right? But this is the color that it is coming out the tube. That would explain why that other one was yellow. I think I understand now. Struggles. Okay. Nails aren't all that cracked up to be. So this is the color Starfire. It is a pink coming out of the tube. It is accurate. It's definitely accurate to what I said. This is the color Venom. And I think this is just going to go from green to greener. All right. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I ordered it, but if I did, I did. Ooh, that's pretty green. You see that? This is what's so nice. You get 2 for 1 when you get glow in the darks or color changing products, be it nail polish, acrylic, polygel, etc. This again is the color Venom. Okay. Looks like that. This is the color Phoenix, and as everything else is going to start off with this color and glow in the dark to that color. Ooh, what's cute about this is it's another like peachy. This is like, it's not so much peach, but reminds me of sherbet. I like that. That's cute. I probably will. Yeah. Phoenix. And orange. Glow in the dark. It does not glow in the dark to orange though. All right. Phoenix. Doesn't it remind you of sherbet? That makes me want to have some sherbet. And our last glow in the dark color is called Electra. Okay. Oh, it's the effort that took. This is the color Electra. That is pretty. And here it is in the tube right here. So it's going to be here to that. This is going to be really nice. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cure these for 60 seconds. And then while those are curing, I'm going to go ahead and pause right quick and turn off my lights so you guys can see what it looks like once they come out the lamp. Okay, so these are the colors and what they look like. So I think that this one right here is the color Static. This one right here is the color Starfire. This one right here is the color Venom. And then this one right here is the color Phoenix. And finally, we have this color right here. And that one is Electra. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause, and then when we come back, I'll be having all the lights back on. Okay, so lights back on. That was fun. Electra, Starfire, Venom, Static, and Phoenix. All right. And last but not least, we have our glitter polygels or acrygels. 6 of them are 30 grams, and then one is a 60 gram. We're going to start with the color Rock Candy and 60 gram tube. You guys should have seen how fast I was trying to move through here to cut all these lights out, because it's not just one white I had to cut off. All right, so this is Rock Candy, and oh, it is so pretty. I don't even know if, yes, that is gorgeous. It's a nice pink base where the reflex are silver and gold and kind of hot pink. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. I can't wait to do a set with this. That's Rock Candy. Let's see if it's, there it goes right there. Oh, it's like reflex, like my nail polish. This is the reflex nail polish, and this one right here. All right, Rock Candy. Next we have Nebula, which is a dark pink. The glitters in the Rock Candy were fine glitters. I'm not certain about the rest of them. I don't care either way, whether it's chunky or fine. There is an occasion for all. This one is Nebula. It's more of a jelly consistency or finish. As you can see, it's actually quite see-through up under there. That's pretty. That's nice. You can tell that a lot of thought and effort went behind the colors. So this is Nebula, and it has much chunkier glitters, but there's also some fine glitters in there too. There's a mix. This is the shade Nebula. All right, next we have Supernova. And Supernova is another pink as well. Actually, it might be more, it is still pink, like pink and purples. That's pretty. I like that. This is the color Supernova. Okay, that name is very appropriate for the color. It does make me immediately think of like space, and when all the this is nice. That's pretty. Look at that. The shine is blinding, blinding, blinding. Look at that. Supernova. That's a super color. Okay. Next, we're going to go in with the shade Opal. Okay, so Opal is clear with holographic glitters. Again, the names that they assigned to these colors are very appropriate. This is definitely opal-like. Looks like that. Next, we have the color Spearmint. Okay, so Spearmint has also different shape of glitters. It has some of the square ones, but it also kind of has like the thin slivers in there. And it's, again, very appropriate for the name Spearmint. It's a minty green, a minty jelly green. Spearmint is pulling more blue on camera, but it is actually very appropriately a mint color. The next color is going to be Eclipse, and it looks like this in the package. And let's see what we have on the swatch stick. Okay. Ooh, all right. Don't get happy. Let it go now. That's like a periwinkle glitter. Periwinkle base with holographic glitters. And these are jelly in their finish for the most part. All right. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm mesmerized by these glitters. These are some of the best ones I've seen. Final color is going to be Cosmic. All right. Cosmic. And Cosmic swatched. Okay, so this one is like a teal color, and the silvers in this, or the glitters in this, have silver and teal. This is pretty. That is very pretty. This is the color Cosmic. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cure all of these for 60 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and show you the colors of the glitters. So, see what I mean? Alright, you guys can see the names. So we have from left to right, Rock Candy, Nebula, Supernova, Opal, Spearmint, Cosmic, and Eclipse. And these are all of the glitter gels. And this is all of my products that I have currently from the brand Mochi Gel. I will be sure to list the information to the website. Until the next time, thank you for your support. Please like, comment, share, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.